Have you ever wondered why some people succeed without making noise, while others talk a lot and achieve very little? That's because real success doesn't come from talking. It comes from doing. In today's noisy world, many people crave attention. They want to show off what they're working on, hoping for praise and recognition. But true winners don't chase applause. They focus in silence and win in public. This simple yet powerful mindset can change your life forever. Keep your goals private, work hard behind the scenes, and let your results speak louder than your words. The journey to success is a quiet one, full of discipline, patience, and relentless effort. Here on English Achieve, we believe in the power of silent focus and consistent action. We're all about helping you build real success through motivation and practical steps, especially if you're learning English or chasing your dreams. So, if you're ready to stop talking and start doing, let's drive your success forward together. Stay focused, stay quiet, and let your actions make the noise. Let's get started. Talking feels good, but it's a trap. When you tell people your plans, you feel excited, you feel proud, you feel like you are already moving forward. Your brain gives you a small reward, a feeling of success, even though nothing has really happened yet. This is a dangerous trick. That feeling of progress is only in your mind. It is not real progress. You haven't taken action. You haven't faced the challenges. You haven't done the work. But your brain thinks you have, just because you talked about it. And that feeling makes you lazy. It takes away your motivation. You feel like relaxing instead of working. You feel like waiting instead of building. Talking gives a quick reward. But success doesn't come from quick rewards. Success comes from doing boring things again and again. Talking about your dreams can make you feel good in the moment, but it steals your energy for real action. It's like watching a fitness video and feeling healthy without doing any exercise. It's like reading a recipe and feeling full without cooking anything. Talking feels productive, but it doesn't create results. Also, when you share your goals with others, they might praise you. They might say, "That's a great idea," or "You're so smart." This praise gives you another small reward. And again, you feel like a winner before you've even started. Over time, this becomes a habit. You chase the feeling of talking instead of the power of doing. You talk more and do less. Your dreams stay dreams. Your goals stay on paper. Nothing changes in your life. That's why silence is so powerful. When you don't talk, you stay hungry. You feel the desire to act. You keep your energy focused on your mission. You use your time to take real steps instead of explaining them. You protect your drive. You protect your vision. People might not know what you're doing, but that's okay. One day, they'll see your results, and those results will speak louder than anything you could say. So next time you feel the urge to share your goals, pause. Hold that energy. Use it to take action. Let your success be the message. Let your results be your voice. Talking feels good, but doing feels better. Don't talk to feel progress. Work in silence. That's the path to real achievement. Reduce pressure and avoid judgment. When you tell people what you're working on, something changes. Suddenly, it's not just your goal anymore. It becomes something people watch. They begin to ask questions. How is it going? Have you finished? When will it be done? These questions may sound simple, but over time, they create pressure. You begin to feel like you must succeed quickly. You feel like you must prove yourself to others. That pressure can become heavy. It can make you feel nervous, stressed, or afraid to make mistakes. Once people know your plan, their eyes are on you. And when people are watching, their opinions start to matter. You begin to wonder, what if I fail? What if they laugh at me? What if I don't finish on time? What if they think I'm not good enough? This fear of judgment can become bigger than the goal itself. You may start to move slower. You may start to avoid difficult steps. Or worse, you may quit completely. Not because the goal is too hard, but because the fear of what people think is too strong. But when you keep your goals private, you take back your power. You remove the pressure. You remove the fear. You work at your own pace, without the weight of expectations. You give yourself space to try, to fail, and to learn. You allow yourself to grow in peace. When nobody is watching, you can make mistakes without shame. You can change direction without explaining. You can take bold steps without feeling judged. This quiet space is where true progress happens. Working in silence is not about hiding. It's about protecting your energy and your vision. Not every plan is ready to be shared. Not every step needs an audience. Some things grow best in private, just like seeds underground. Let your goals take root in silence. Let them grow strong before anyone sees them. That way, when the time comes to show the world, you are ready. You have something real to show, not just promises or plans. So, if you feel pressure to prove yourself, pause. Step back. Remember, you don't owe anyone an explanation. You are free to grow quietly, bravely, and boldly, without judgment, without fear, and without pressure. Focus in silence. It's a lifestyle. Focus in silence is not just a motivational quote you see on social media. It's a powerful way to live. It's a lifestyle that brings peace, clarity, and long-term success. When you choose to focus in silence, you stop wasting time trying to impress people. You stop seeking attention. Instead, you direct all your energy toward action. You begin to live for your goals, not for applause. You start to feel the joy of working on something meaningful even when no one is watching. And that's when true growth begins. This lifestyle builds mental strength. In a world full of noise, distractions, and opinions, silence becomes a shield. When you stop explaining yourself to everyone, you protect your focus. You start to listen more to your thoughts, your goals, your inner voice. You develop discipline because you're no longer driven by quick praise or likes. You're driven by purpose. Silent focus helps you keep your eyes on the path even when it's hard or boring. It teaches you patience. It trains you to value the journey, not just the destination. Living this way also gives you a sense of control. You are no longer pulled in different directions by what others think. You stop comparing yourself. You stop chasing validation. You understand that success doesn't need to be loud. You don't need to show off your efforts every day. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Your progress is yours. Your journey is personal. What matters is the work you do when no one is clapping, when it's just you and your dream. Over time, this silent effort builds results. And those results will speak louder than anything you could ever say. People might not notice your journey, but they will notice your transformation. They will see your discipline. They will see your growth. And by then, you won't need to say anything. Your results will speak for themselves. So choose to live with quiet focus. Make it part of your daily routine. Wake up with a clear mind. Work with discipline. Improve yourself when no one is looking. Be proud of your private victories. That's the power of silent focus. That's how you build a life of true success. Calmly, quietly, and consistently. Social media is a trap. Stay smart. In today's world, social media is everywhere. It's a part of daily life. It's where people share their goals, their progress, and their achievements. And at first, this might seem like a good thing. You may think, if I share what I'm doing, I'll stay motivated. Or, if people support me, I'll keep going. But there's a hidden danger here. Oversharing on social media can actually weaken your focus. It can distract you from what really matters, the work itself. Every time you post an update about your journey, you get attention. People like your post, they comment, they cheer you on. It feels good. But soon, that feeling becomes addictive. You start working not to grow, but to impress. You begin chasing approval instead of progress. You start asking yourself, what will people think of this? Instead of asking, is this the right next step for my goal? That's when your focus begins to slip away. When you depend on social media for motivation, you give away your power. Your emotions rise and fall based on how many likes you get. If people respond well, you feel excited. If they don't, you feel discouraged. This kind of emotional roller coaster can be harmful. It pulls you away from your mission. It makes your progress public before it's strong. And once the world is watching, the pressure builds. You may feel scared to fail. You may slow down or quit just to avoid embarrassment. That's why it's smarter to stay quiet. Use social media if you must, maybe for learning or inspiration, but don't let it control you. Don't let it become your scoreboard. Your real progress happens offline, in the quiet hours when no one sees you. That's where you build the habits, discipline, and strength that lead to true success. Remember, the strongest trees grow in silence. The deepest roots are never seen. If you want to build something powerful, do it away from the spotlight. Let your focus stay pure. Let your actions speak louder than any post. In the end, people won't remember what you shared online. They'll remember what you achieved in real life. So stay smart. Don't let the trap of social media distract you from your purpose. Work in silence. Grow in silence. And let your results make the noise. Silence builds inner strength. Many people think silence means weakness. They think if you're not loud, not posting, not sharing your plans, then you must not be doing much. But the truth is the opposite. Silence is not weakness. Silence is power. When you choose silence, you choose focus. You choose discipline. You choose inner strength over outside noise. You don't need to talk to feel powerful. You become powerful through your actions, your mindset, and your consistency. Especially when no one is watching. When you don't reveal your plans to others, you protect your vision. You don't open the door to criticism, judgment, or doubt. You don't give people a chance to question your ideas before they're ready. You create mystery. You move without noise. People can't stop what they don't see. They can't block a plan they don't know exists. And that gives you an advantage. You become like a silent warrior, preparing, growing, and building in the background, while the rest of the world is distracted by attention and applause. Silence also helps you avoid pressure. You don't have to meet other people's deadlines or live up to their expectations. You work for yourself, not for approval. This gives you the freedom to fail, learn, and adjust your approach. You're not afraid to experiment because you're not being judged. You have space to grow. And in that space, your inner strength multiplies. While others are busy talking about what they're going to do, you're already doing it. While they are looking for motivation from others, you're creating it from within. This quiet strength is rare and powerful. It's what separates real achievers from dreamers. Because in the end, it's not the loudest voice that wins. It's the most focused. It's the most consistent. It's the one who never gave up, even when no one noticed. And when you finally reach your goal, the world will be shocked. They'll say, "Where did that come from?" They won't see the years of silent effort, but they will feel the power of your success. That surprise is your strength. That impact is your reward. So don't be afraid of silence. Embrace it. Use it. Let it build your inner power. Let it turn you into someone unstoppable. Because silence, when used wisely, is one of the greatest tools for personal growth and real achievement. Discipline grows in quiet spaces. Discipline is one of the most powerful traits you can develop, but it doesn't grow in the spotlight. It grows in quiet places. Early mornings, late nights, and silent hours when no one is watching. Discipline doesn't need applause. It doesn't need validation. It doesn't need an audience. In fact, the more you focus on showing others what you're doing, the less time and energy you have to actually do it. True discipline begins the moment you stop talking about your goals and start working on them, day after day, no matter who's paying attention. When you keep your goals private, you eliminate the need to explain yourself. You stop wasting time convincing others of your vision. You no longer feel pressure to meet anyone else's standards or expectations. That freedom allows you to focus completely on the task in front of you. Every minute becomes more valuable. Every hour counts. You start to measure your day by the work you complete, not by how many people know what you're doing. This shift is powerful. It turns you into someone who acts with purpose and focus. Working in silence forces you to develop self-discipline. There is no crowd cheering you on. There is no one reminding you to stay on track. It's just you and your responsibility to yourself. And that is where real growth happens. You start to show up every day, not because you're being watched, but because you're committed. You do the hard things when no one else is around. You push forward without needing praise. This kind of consistency builds strength that lasts. People often confuse motivation with discipline. Motivation is a feeling. It comes and goes. But discipline is a decision. It's a habit. It's doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. And the best place to build that habit is in silence, without distractions, without opinions, without the need to perform for others. Over time, this quiet discipline turns you into someone who finishes what they start, someone who doesn't need to announce success, because success becomes a natural result of your daily efforts. So remember, you don't need to prove anything to anyone. Let your routine speak for itself. Let your results be your voice. Discipline thrives in silence. Protect that space. Build in it. And become unstoppable. Embrace the power of being alone. Silence can sometimes feel uncomfortable. It can feel like loneliness. But being alone is not the same as being weak. In fact, learning to be alone, truly alone with your thoughts, is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. In today's world, we're surrounded by constant noise. Social media updates, news, messages, and people's endless opinions. It's easy to get lost in all of it. But when you step away from that noise and enter silence, you find something valuable. You find yourself. Being alone gives you the space to hear your own thoughts clearly. You're no longer influenced by the crowd. You don't have to keep up with what everyone else is doing. You stop comparing your life to someone else's highlight reel. Instead, you begin to remember what you really want. Deep down, you connect with your goals, your dreams, and your values. In that quiet space, your purpose becomes clearer. And that clarity is a gift, because once you know what you want, you can begin moving toward it without hesitation. Spending time in silence also teaches you how to trust yourself. When you're always around others, it's easy to depend on their opinions, approval, or advice. But relying on outside voices can weaken your confidence. It makes you second-guess your choices. It makes you doubt your path. In silence, those voices fade away, and the only one left is yours. You're forced to listen to your own intuition, your own wisdom. At first, it might be scary, but over time, it becomes empowering. You learn to guide yourself. You build self-trust, and that self-trust is the root of real confidence. When you embrace being alone, you also give yourself the freedom to grow without judgment. You're not performing for anyone. You're not trying to fit in. You're simply becoming the best version of yourself, at your own pace, in your own way. This quiet growth may go unnoticed by others at first, but that doesn't matter, because it's not for them. It's for you. So don't fear solitude. Don't run from silence. Embrace it. Let it shape you. Let it strengthen your mind and sharpen your focus. In the stillness, you'll find everything you need to succeed: clarity, confidence, discipline, and inner peace. That is the power of being alone. And that is where true transformation begins. Master daily practice. In silence. If you want to become truly great at something, the secret is simple. Practice daily, and do it in silence. The idea might sound old-fashioned or even boring in a world obsessed with sharing every moment online. But the truth is, mastery is built quietly, away from the spotlight and outside of the applause. When you focus on improving yourself every single day without telling anyone, something powerful happens. You develop skills deeply, without distraction or pressure, and your growth becomes real and lasting. Choosing to practice in silence means you don't rely on external validation to keep going. You don't need friends to cheer you on or social media likes to motivate you. Instead, you build an inner drive, one that pushes you forward because you want to get better, not because you want to show off. This kind of motivation is stronger and more reliable. It comes from within and lasts longer than any temporary boost from outside approval. When you practice quietly, you also avoid unnecessary distractions. Sharing your goals or progress often invites opinions, questions, and sometimes even doubts from others. While some feedback can be helpful, too much noise can cloud your focus and slow your progress. By keeping your efforts private, you protect your time and energy. You create a space where you can fully immerse yourself in learning and improving. This focused dedication accelerates your growth in ways you might not expect. Over time, the hours you spend in private practice add up. Skill by skill, day by day, you get better. And when you finally reveal your talent or achieve your goal, people will be amazed. They will ask how you did it. But they won't see the countless silent mornings, late nights, or quiet moments of effort that built your success. That's the beauty of silent practice. The results speak louder than any explanation. So don't rush to tell everyone your plans. Don't seek applause before you've done the work. Instead, Commit to mastering your craft in silence. Make practice a daily habit, consistent, focused, and private. Let your growth happen away from the noise, where it can be nurtured and protected. When you do this, you'll build skills that last a lifetime and create success that truly shines. And when the time is right, your achievements will speak for themselves, loud and clear. Avoid negativity by staying quiet. One of the biggest challenges on the path to success is dealing with negativity from others. When you share your goals too early, before you have a solid foundation or results, you open yourself up to criticism and doubt. People may say things like, "That's too big for you," or "You'll never be able to do that." Sometimes, these words come from a place of jealousy or fear, and other times simply from limited thinking. But no matter the source, negative comments can be damaging. They create seeds of doubt and fear in your mind, even if you started out confident and motivated. When someone doubts your dream, it's easy to start doubting yourself. You begin to wonder, what if they're right? This fear of failure or rejection can stop you from taking bold steps forward. It can slow down your progress or even make you give up entirely. Unfortunately, many people never reach their full potential because they shared their dreams too soon and let negativity influence their mindset. That's why silence is so important. By staying quiet about your goals, you create a protective shield around your energy and your vision. You don't give negativity a chance to enter your mind. You keep your focus on what matters: your work, your growth, and your progress. When you keep your plans private, you're free to make mistakes, adjust your course, and improve without outside interference. You don't need to defend yourself or explain your vision to anyone until you're ready to show real results. Silence also helps you control your environment. Instead of exposing yourself to negative opinions, you can choose to surround yourself with positivity and support. You can find encouragement in books, mentors, or your own quiet determination. This builds mental strength and resilience. You learn to trust your instincts over other people's doubts. In the end, staying quiet isn't about hiding or being secretive. It's about protecting what's important until it's strong enough to stand on its own. It's about valuing your energy and your dreams more than the opinions of others. Silence becomes your shield, your safe space to grow without fear. When you're ready to share your success, it will be undeniable. Until then, guard your dream in silence and let your actions do the talking. The process matters more than the praise. Success is often misunderstood. Many believe it's about the spotlight, the applause, or the recognition. But real success is rarely glamorous or flashy. It doesn't come from brief moments of praise or public approval. Instead, success is born in the quiet, often unseen process of consistent effort. The journey toward any meaningful goal is slow, challenging, and mostly silent. It is in those moments, when no one else is watching, that the true work happens. The process is where transformation takes place. It's the daily grind of showing up, pushing through discomfort, and putting in effort without immediate rewards. It's about doing the hard things even when it feels boring or difficult. This steady commitment is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who only talk about them. The magic of success lies not in flashy achievements, but in the habits you build, the discipline you develop, and the resilience you strengthen along the way. Chasing praise and recognition can be a distraction. When you seek approval from others, your focus shifts from growth to performance. You begin to work for applause instead of improvement. This mindset creates pressure to look good rather than to get better. It can make you vulnerable to criticism and disappointment because you rely on external validation to feel successful. But praise is temporary. It fades quickly. What lasts is the progress you make when no one is watching. If you want real results, you must learn to value the process more than the praise. Celebrate small wins quietly and use them as fuel to keep moving forward. Embrace the hard work, the setbacks, and the slow progress as essential parts of your journey. Understand that success is built on countless moments of effort that go unnoticed by others, but add up to big achievements over time. Remember, the world rewards results, not promises. It doesn't matter how loudly you talk about your goals. It matters what you actually do. So stop chasing applause. Stop sharing unfinished plans or half-done projects. Instead, focus on doing the work every day, consistently and quietly. Let your results speak for themselves. When you commit to the process with patience and dedication, you become unstoppable. Your success will not only be real, it will be lasting. Let your results speak for you. In a world full of noise and constant chatter, there's one truth that stands above all. Results speak louder than words. You don't need to announce your plans, explain your goals, or seek approval from others while you are working hard behind the scenes. When you focus quietly and put in the effort consistently, your results will naturally do the talking for you. People respect action far more than they respect empty promises or endless explanations. Results are powerful because they are proof. They show that you have done the work, faced the challenges, and pushed through despite difficulties. Words can be cheap. Anyone can say what they want. But results show real progress and real success. When you let your achievements be visible, you build credibility without having to convince anyone. Others admire those who work quietly and deliver consistently because it shows true discipline and strength of character. If you want to gain respect and trust, stop explaining your every move. When you try to convince people about your intentions or your potential, it often backfires. People may doubt you, or worse, get bored. Instead, focus on doing the work. Build your skills, improve day by day, and reach milestones that matter. Over time, those milestones will stack up and become undeniable proof of your dedication and ability. When others finally notice your success, they will be curious about how you did it. They might ask for advice or inspiration. And you will hold a secret advantage. You know the real key to your progress. Focusing in silence. You worked hard when no one was watching. You stayed consistent without needing applause. You trusted the process even when it was difficult or slow. That is the difference between those who talk a lot and those who achieve a lot. Let your results be the loudest voice in the room. When your success is visible, it inspires others and builds your reputation naturally. People will respect your journey because it's genuine and earned, not because you shouted about it. Remember, winning in public is the reward for focusing in silence. So keep working, keep improving, and let your results tell your story, powerfully and clearly. Protect your dreams like secrets. Your dreams are precious. They are a reflection of your deepest desires, your hopes, and your unique vision for the future. Because they are so personal and important, it's crucial to treat them with care, almost like valuable secrets. Not everyone will understand your dreams, and not everyone will support them. In fact, some people may even try to discourage you, copy your ideas, or secretly hope that you fail. This is why protecting your dreams by keeping them private can be one of the smartest things you do on your path to success. When you share your goals too early or with the wrong people, you risk exposing your dreams to judgment, criticism, or negativity. Sometimes, even well-meaning advice can unintentionally plant doubt or distract you from your focus. Other times, people may take your ideas and use them for their own gain. Worse, some might feed off your energy and try to hold you back because they don't want to see you succeed. This is a harsh reality, but it makes privacy a necessary shield for your dreams. Keeping your dreams to yourself doesn't mean you are hiding or being secretive without reason. It means you are protecting what matters until it is strong enough to withstand outside forces. Privacy allows you to work in peace, without the noise of others' opinions clouding your mind. It frees you to make mistakes, learn, and grow without fear of embarrassment or failure in public. When your goals are private, you owe no explanations, no updates, and no justifications. You simply focus on taking action. Action is the most important part of success, not approval. You don't need others to validate your dreams. You only need to believe in them and work toward them. Protecting your dreams means valuing your time, energy, and effort above the opinions of others. It means understanding that your journey is yours alone. When the time is right, you will reveal your success through your achievements, not your words. Remember, many great accomplishments started as private dreams carefully nurtured away from the spotlight. By protecting your dreams like secrets, you keep them safe, powerful, and unstoppable. Guard them well. Work quietly. And when your dreams become reality, their impact will be undeniable. Stop comparing, start creating. One of the biggest traps in today's world is comparison. When you talk too much about your goals and your progress, you expose yourself not only to others' opinions, but also to your own temptation to compare your journey with theirs. This comparison can become a silent thief that steals your motivation and peace of mind. When you constantly measure yourself against others, you risk falling into two dangerous extremes. If you see someone ahead of you, you might feel discouraged, small, or even inadequate. This feeling can slow you down, making you question your abilities or your worth. You might start doubting if you'll ever reach your goals or if you're working hard enough. This kind of negative comparison can become a heavy burden that drains your energy and clouds your focus. On the other hand, if you find yourself ahead of someone else, there is also a risk. You may begin to relax, feel complacent, or lose the hunger to keep pushing forward. When you compare yourself to those behind you, you may fall into a false sense of security, thinking you've already arrived. This can lead to laziness or stagnation, which halts progress. Neither extreme helps you grow or succeed. Silence protects you from this harmful cycle of comparison. When you keep your goals private and focus on your own work, you avoid getting caught up in others' timelines and achievements. You learn to honor your unique journey, understanding that everyone's path is different. Silence allows you to concentrate on your own growth without distraction or judgment. By comparing less, you create more. You channel your energy into building, learning, and improving, rather than worrying about where others stand. You begin to see your journey not as a competition, but as a personal masterpiece in progress. Each step you take is meaningful, and each effort adds to your unique story. Remember, success is not a race. It's not about beating others or proving yourself to anyone. It's about creating something valuable, meaningful, and true to you. When you stop comparing and start creating in silence, you open the door to your greatest potential and deepest satisfaction. Focus on your own steps. Your masterpiece awaits. Win quietly, shine brightly. Success is a powerful and beautiful achievement, but how you handle it reveals your true character. When you finally reach your goals and succeed, it's tempting to shout from the rooftops, to announce your victory loudly and seek recognition from everyone around you. But real power lies in winning quietly. Humility and grace amplify your success far more than noise and bragging ever could. Winning quietly means letting your results speak for themselves. Instead of showing off or boasting about your achievements, you allow your actions and accomplishments to inspire others naturally. When people see your consistent progress and genuine success, they're drawn to your example. This kind of leadership is more meaningful and lasting because it's built on respect, not attention-seeking. The best leaders and role models don't rely on loud words to prove their worth. They lead by example through steady effort, integrity, and humility. They understand that true success is not about being the center of attention, but about serving others and lifting those around them. By winning quietly, you create a powerful influence that encourages others to pursue their own paths with determination and confidence. In a world full of noise and constant self-promotion, the value of silent strength is often overlooked. Yet, the silent warrior, the person who works hard behind the scenes and lets their achievements shine, has a unique kind of power. This quiet approach creates respect, builds trust, and inspires lasting change. It shows that success is not just about personal gain, but about making a positive impact in the world. Be the kind of person who wins quietly and shines brightly. Celebrate your victories with humility. Use your success to encourage, motivate, and empower others. The world needs more silent warriors, those who rise without boasting and who help others rise with them. When you win quietly, your light shines the brightest and lasts the longest. Build legacy, not just a moment. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the desire for quick recognition and instant praise. Social media, headlines, and constant updates create an environment where the loudest voices seem to win the moment. But winning the moment is not the same as winning for a lifetime. True success is about building a legacy, not just chasing temporary applause or fleeting attention. The loudest people often grab the spotlight quickly, but their achievements may fade as fast as they appeared. Their victories are momentary, sometimes hollow, and often tied to external validation. On the other hand, those who choose to work quietly and persistently every day are the ones who create something strong and lasting. These quiet achievers understand that real impact takes time, patience, and consistent effort. They focus on the long game rather than the instant win. When you work in silence, you build more than just success. You build a foundation. This foundation supports a legacy that can inspire future generations, influence communities, and create lasting change. Each small step you take in private adds strength to what you are creating. Every moment of discipline, focus, and perseverance adds to the story of your life's work. One day, your efforts will stand tall like a solid structure, unshaken by passing trends or fleeting opinions. When that day comes, the world will not only admire what you built, but also how you built it. They will see the patience, the humility, and the quiet determination behind your achievements. This respect is deeper and more meaningful than applause because it acknowledges the real journey, the sacrifices, and the unseen work. Building a legacy means thinking beyond today. It means valuing depth over noise and substance over showmanship. Your legacy is your gift to the future, a testament to your values and the impact you chose to make quietly but powerfully. So, don't rush to win a moment. Focus on building something that lasts forever. Your silent work today is the legacy the world will celebrate tomorrow. Final words. Talk less, do more. Every time you feel the urge to tell the world what you're working on, pause for a moment. Ask yourself a simple but powerful question. Why do I want to share this right now? Is it because you seek attention, approval, or praise? Or is it because sharing will truly help you grow or inspire others? If the answer is mostly about attention, take a step back and wait. Remember, true strength comes from quiet focus, not loud words. Talking less and doing more is a mindset that separates winners from dreamers. When you talk too much about your plans or progress, you risk losing the drive to actually follow through. The brain tricks you into feeling like you've already achieved something just by sharing, but real success comes from action. The work done in silence. Let your work be your voice. Let your actions build your future in ways words never could. Silence is not emptiness. It's a source of power. It is the space where focus grows, discipline strengthens, and creativity flourishes. When you focus in silence, you protect your energy from distractions and doubts. You build momentum quietly, step by step, until your results become undeniable. When that moment comes, you don't need to shout. Your success will speak for itself, making the loudest impact without any noise. Winning in public is the reward for working in private. It is the natural outcome of consistent effort, resilience, and humility. The world respects those who show up, do the work, and let their results shine. This is the mindset championed by the greatest achievers throughout history. They understood that the real battle is won in silence, long before the crowd notices. So, whenever you feel the urge to share your plans or progress prematurely, remember this. Talk less, do more. Protect your energy, guard your dreams, and keep moving forward with quiet confidence. Your time will come, and when it does, your success will be louder than any words could ever be. Thank you for being part of the journey with English Achieve. Stay focused, keep working in silence, and win in public. That's how champions are truly made.